week. Got hot. We got some hot sales for you. Yeah, I know how cheesy I am. That's all right. Look at these. Look at these. Kneelers. We've had kneelers for years and years and years. This year they have come in your choice of 3 great colors. Got this one that's pink and orange, right? Okay, Kneeler. There you go. Just I'm gonna pray for some sales. Pray for some rain. Pray I can get into this box. Not even gonna try. There's a blue one with purple handles. Yeah, I'm gonna try. So this one's a little different. Prettier, right? So this one's a little different. Why? Turn it upside down. Kneelers, $10 off. Got a lot of them. The green one I'm not gonna pull out. We've got the purple and blue. We've got the red and orange. Great thing for working in the yard. Really protecting your knees or just getting down low without having to get all the way onto the ground. With 100-degree temperatures, we brought in a whole bunch of new straw and canvas hats. Keep yourself protected. Keep the sunscreen on. Keep the sun off. I did a news shot this morning, so I didn't wear my hats. One of the first. But time to get a hat. These hats are $10 to $15 to $20. Some people really like this one. One size fits most. So there's, if you're a visor gal, this is one of the more famous ones, the Gambler. It fits. There we go, right? As we got to here, we got a great new shipment of houseplants this week. Look at this, oh my gosh. That's plumeria, that's grown in Hawaii, naturally make huge trees, wonderful fragrances. The leis they make in Hawaii are typically made out of plumeria. These, watch this, since we've got camera, those are sensitive plants. They close when you touch them. These are kind of closed up anyway because they just got water. But some great new house plants, some kneelers. Wear your hats. Last week's secret special was 50% off of these. This week we're giving that to the general public. Have a lot of this merchandise. Is a great tepee torches you should probably consider. Put the citronella oil in them and keep away some of the mosquitoes. We'll talk about mosquito dunks here in a minute, but these little things all have candles you can put in them so you can have some light and you can probably ward off some of the mosquitoes. We also have the mosquito dunks, which are a BT product. They're very safe. Bird baths and dog water, any place you might have pond where might have mosquito larvae breeding to keep yourself safe. Great selection of violets and bromeliads, some blooming stuff. This particular plant will bloom longer than most anything you could buy. A bromeliad bloom will last for several weeks. The actual bloom is still not to come, so the change of color foliage looks like a bloom, lasts for several weeks. Green violets, not my favorite, but kind of fun, different, right? A green flower. And some great selection of new violets. All right, so good time of year to put in new perennials. We've got a great selection. We've got some local sources. We've got some not local sources. We got a lot of blooming perennials. Buy 4, get 1 free. Lots of selection, guys. You're seeing this in and around the camera from the lantana at the end with the yellow flowers. That is hardy lantana. There's only 3 that are hardy. That's one of the 3. I believe that's Miss Huff. There's Miss Huff, Marianne, and Chapel Hill. So that lantana is perennial here, most are not. Gaillardia about to finish up. Autumn sage, a little bigger leaf to autumn or cherry sage. Great hummingbird attractor. To the coreopsis and carnations. Plumbago for some blues. Some cool echinaceas. I'm going to take you over to our new shipment of stuff that we just got in full bloom. Talk about those. Buy 4, get 1 free. Great selection. We've got thousands. If I count most stores, but hundreds and hundreds from lots of new sources. Some great selection of perennials. Still a great time to plant. Still a great selection. Okay, so you can go to KRQE News this morning and look online on their website. I did a segment about watering and the importance and the value of proper watering this time of year. So the city has a voluntary system that they ask us to comply with. It's the 1-2-3-2-1 watering. It's plants once a week in February, twice a week, March, April, and May, 3 times a week, June, July, and August, and then it backs down to, I think it's twice in September, once in October or November. That is really an accurate form of watering as long as you know how much water is being put out. A drip system is one of the most efficient ways to water. But you need to know how many gallon per hour drippers you have. 99 out of 100 people can tell me how often and how long, but 1 in 100 can tell me how big their dripper is, and that's really important to know. You can go to, again, I did a new segment with KRQE, and you can see this all again, but it talks about the OOPS training method, which is starting with the lawn at 30 minutes 3 times a week, backing it off to 28, 26, 24, oops, and then going back to the exact amount of water that you need. The reason I teach it on lawns is lawns are easy to see oops, and you can fix that oops pretty quickly and pretty easily. And it's a little harder in the landscape, but the same thing applies. Start heavy, back off to where you need to be, and then start right there, and you're using the exact amount of water your property needs. Mowing with woad waxing. So, as important as it is to us, water, as we were just talking about, is important to your plants. Make sure you're watering adequately. More water, less often is the goal. This is a kind of a broomy looking thing. Spanish broom just finished blooming around town. This is woad waxen, very hardy, much smaller, much more compact plant. This is probably the most popular butterfly bush. This is dark night. It's got the purple, and if you look real carefully, you'll see the orange inside that flower. This is one of the darker ones. So, butterfly bush coming into bloom in town all over the place. As I said, at the other perennials, we got a whole bunch of new perennials, these cool, different colored echinacea. Yes, that's the herb that's supposed to be healthy for you, right? Famous and all that. Look at the different colors. Some beautiful those, some more autumn sage, some ice plant, just like I said, a huge selection. This mallow in behind me, this mallow right here, the thing is a weed, absolutely grows anywhere, it takes over. The penstemon to my right, Delphiniums for shade, yarrow. I mean, it really is kind of limitless, isn't it? May night salvia, which we talked about the last couple of weeks. That's that one right there. Oh, there's an even better picture of these different colored echinaceas. Has he got 4 in his head, really? Is that 4? Has he got 4? Yes, he does.
What happens if you buy 4?
Oh, right! Then you get 1 free. Buy 4, get 1 free, and every one of those will be a different color when you're almost. Or when we're looking for something to add spice to it, it's pottery. We've gone 25%. Typically, we go 20. Summertime, time to put some new pots in. Pottery, 25% off. You'll get some pictures over at the Alameda store, at least I hope. All their potteries together, so it makes a little bigger impression at Alameda. We've just spread ours out here at the Osuna location and have islands of pottery here, right? It doesn't look nearly as big as Alameda's selection, but then you step into this section, there's more pottery. So we've got islands here, and they've got it all together. Then we take a few more steps. This is one of my favorite new pots this year, is the bicolors, where you got blue on the outside and purple on the top and the rim. Right down here behind me, you've got the same thing with the blue and the yellow, which I really think is a sharp look. I really like the swirl on that pottery. Again, islands and islands of pottery, 25% off. Come take advantage. We've got this priced well too. One of the pots that we get planted for us came in marked $50. We marked it down to 40. It's the one that we have planted, and it's still $40 planted. So we got enough of a deal on some of the pottery. You'll see those planted for the same price. Roses are almost gone, guys. Take advantage. $20 for what's left. They look great. There's nothing wrong. We'd just rather sell these and buy some new ones. So roses are $20 while supplies last, and while supplies last won't be long, because you can see we had 1,200 roses, and we're down to less than 100 roses. Great buy though, $20. They're still healthy. We cut them back, we fertilize them, get them in the ground. Take advantage of a great sale at $20. And then of course, in behind me, very easy to talk about trending and what's going on right now. From the very far back right, the orange flower on the tree, that's trumpet vine. Trumpet vine's a great hummingbird attractant vine that's starting to bloom all over town. It comes in 3 or 4 colors, yellows, reds that are really ready, orange on orange. Lots of those blooming all over town now. Of course, Althea, which is Rosa Sharon right here, the hibiscus looking one. Right behind them, some lavender in a couple of different colors. The Potentia, very hardy, good blooming plant. The pink one beyond, crepe myrtles. And then off to my right, which would be your left on camera probably, is the oleander. Full sun, hot, loves it. That's what's blooming around town right now for shrubs. In trees, you're seeing desert willow. They're starting to come into bloom. We'll show you one of those. Mexican bird of paradise, I think I have some of those in bloom, just so you kind of know what's going on with what's going on around town. Also, golden rain trees. I don't have one here blooming, but the yellow tree you see blooming right now is a golden rain. If you want to know where, there is 3 on 2nd Street between, I'm going to say Osuna and Alameda. It's on the east side. There's 3 along a business right there if you want to see a golden rain in full bloom. Okay, this is Mexican bird of paradise. Right here is desert willow. Right here to my right, again your left on camera, is another desert willow. We came over here because these 2 plants are growing right here with absolutely nothing. This was not planted, that was not planted. If you get these established and growing, they are truly no water use plants. They will grow with only what nature gives them. That's why I came over to show this to you. The stamens in the yellow on this Mexican bird of paradise is beautiful, dark, burgundy, desert willow. These are growing naturally. They weren't planted, they didn't get watered, they still don't get watered, and look at them, they're gorgeous. I'm sure if you shop around town right now, you're not going to find a selection like this anywhere. I'm sure if you go into grocery stores or box stores or big stores like that, they're all but shutting down. I know that a lot of those stores have laid off their water people. We're still here. We're here year-round. We're your perennial garden center, guys. It's June, it's hot, we're still here. We're still buying product. We're still the authority. We still know how to help you. Bring your problems, bring your questions, come in, walk around in the shade, in this great light, this great environment. Enjoy yourself. Come in and spend some time with us. Greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Till next time.